Ladies and gentlemen, with a title like this, you're probably sitting there wondering, what is this bloke gonna talk about now? Is he gonna talk about vegans for the 400th time this year? Is he gonna talk about cyclists or some other bullshit that doesn't really matter? No, because this video is more or less actually a serious one. I am genuinely pissed off about this. Not so much an act of me yelling at the camera, carrying on, oh my God, V. No, I'm genuinely pissed off. This video is about a young man who had his name dragged through the mud. And I think rightfully so. He did a horrible thing. But it's not even about him. It's how the judge reacted and how the judge just let him off that's got me pissed off. A lot of people have said in the past that I'm some men's rights activist. No, I'm not. I call bullshit where I see bullshit. And if I think some feminists are carrying on like a bunch of fucking idiots, then I will call that out. But conversely, if I see a dude doing the wrong thing, in this case, I feel the judge did the wrong thing, then I'll call that out as well. That is only fair. Everything in this video from here on out is based on publicly available information. Information given to everyone, by the media, by the court system, and by everybody involved. I am not alleging anything. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. Do not listen to me. In saying that, here's the fucking video.
Nick Drummond was just an ordinary private school boy until he went rogue on a drunken night out.
Ah, Tracy Grimshaw, the beautiful... Oh, God, I love this woman, the queen of Australian news. I will say this, Trace, and I've said this several times, can you please stop wearing fucking purple? Sorry for grimace shaming, but it's just not your fucking colour, love.
He not only insulted a young woman, he punched her to the ground. Then the court handed down a ruling that's caused outrage.
Now, insulting a woman, okay, it's not nice, but it's not a reason to take someone to court. At this point, this dude's done nothing wrong, okay? You can't just take someone to court for fucking insulting them. But the punch, okay? The punch and the court's ruling, that's the issue.
Nick Drummond is 20 years old, but he clearly still has a lot to learn. His opinion on this woman's outfit and his actions that followed ultimately landed him before court and in the public's bad books.
I'm not sure why they care so much about what he said. It must have been something pretty fucking horrid, pretty outrageous.
In December last year, the former Knox Grammar student was at a pub on Sydney's Upper North Shore when he told a random young woman, "Put those away, you
Oh, shit, all right. That's not nice. That is not a nice thing to say. But also not illegal. We don't know how he said it, what tone he said it with. Did he say it with hate and vitriol in his soul, like, put those teats away? Or like, you know, fucking Gandalf and Lord of the Rings, you shall not pass until you put those tits away. Maybe he said it as a joke though, and that makes this whole situation a whole lot better if he just went, hey, put those tits away, baby. You know, not nice, but also not that bad. My point is, words are words. They're not gonna hurt you, all right? But here's where the story takes a pretty bad turn.
The pair then both ended up at another pub in Chatswood where the victim took a photo of Drummond before he punched an innocent bystander, then hit her in the face, knocking her to the ground. He then grabbed her phone, smashed it, stomped on it, and said repeatedly, "You
This shit happens every Saturday night, all right? People say dumb shit, people do dumb shit, who cares? People argue, people say silly things. But the second it changes for the worse and makes this a very bad situation is when he hits that first dude and then hits the lady. That takes this from a little argument, who gives a shit, to a crime. Man, woman or child, you do not fucking hit people. It is the dumbest thing you can do. If you hit someone on a night out, you're not in a ring, you're not in an octagon. You don't know where they're gonna hit their head if you knock them out. If you wanna be some tough and punch someone in the head, particularly if they're not looking, particularly if they're smaller than you or you know you're gonna knock them out and they fall and hit their head and they die, you are going to spend the rest of your life inside. And that's fucking fair.
Come on, you need to know that this behaviour is not okay. I mean, what were you thinking?"
Drummond was given a community release order and a conviction, but went to the district court to appeal it.
And it's here, upon the appeal, where this story goes from shithouse horrible what a dick to unfucking believable.
Judge Robert Sutherland presided over the appeal and said Drummond went out with his mates and had, if I may speak in the colloquial, a skinful, had arisen against the background of a particularly unhappy and unfortunate 2020.
What that has to do with anything, as someone who's not trained in the legal system, is far fucking beyond me.
The judge, who also went to an all-boys school in Sydney's north, cited the former Knox student went through a breakup, dropped out of a uni course, and his dog died.
And that sucks for Nick. One dumb decision. But, you know what sucks more for? The people he fucking hit. Drummond responded by snatching the phone out of the woman's hand, which led to a tug of war before he stomped on the phone outside of the pub, destroying it. Pub staff tried to throw Drummond out, which led to an altercation which the male bystander was punched, the judge said. So we don't even know if the bystander knows anyone in this situation or they're just standing there. Anyway, back to the judge.
He made a lewd and completely inappropriate remark to a young lady who he did not know, but whose dress might have been perceived by a 20-year-old former student from Knox to be provocative.
Okay, firstly, who gives a fuck what you perceive? Wear whatever you want. Doesn't mean you should be attacked if you're dressed provocatively. Some people in religious sects still think that if you show off a bit of ankle, that's fucking provocative. Should you go punch her in the face? Don't be a is what I'm saying here. Don't be a
The judge decided to quash the soccer coach's conviction, ending with this send-off. I've got no doubt that you will thank your mother and thank your lucky stars. And keep your nose clean, young man. And good luck with the coaching when you are allowed to get back to it.
Oh, he's got to be taking a piss!
Good luck with coaching? Thank your mother? What the fuck type of speech is that? What about that young girl? What about that dude? Come on! I really do hope that this young man learns from his mistakes and moves past this, and I don't want it to follow him for the rest of his life. He doesn't deserve that. Everyone makes mistakes, but are you fucking kidding me? He just assaulted two people and destroyed someone's property. He deserves more than not even a slap on the wrist, but a slight flick. So does this mean in this situation, if he didn't go to Knox, if his mother, I don't even know what she did, and if he wasn't a soccer coach, then he would have got jail time or a more deserving punishment? Is that what that means? Because if that's what that means, then that is certainly fucked up. If you punch someone in the face, you must be punished. Otherwise, people just run around just fisting each other. What a beautiful world.
Why can't you just say sorry? Do you understand that the behaviour's not okay?
Yes, I'm aware. I've said my apologies, but no one wants to listen.
Again, he fucked up, so what? All right, I hope he gets past this and moves on. But what a fucking coward, punching a woman in the face, you prick.
The decision to let Drummond off without a conviction angered the community, with one women's brand parking a truck outside Knox Grammar stating, "You will not silence our pain."
So does that mean that the no conviction recorded is sort of for future employers so they can't find out about the past? Is that the basic point of this?
To call a girl a I mean, I find it highly offensive.
That shouldn't be the question from a current affair here. It should be, hey, why the fuck did you allegedly hit these people, mate? What's worse is this. 7 News said this. Staff ejected Drummond, who then took his frustrations out on a man queued to enter the bar, punching the stranger in the back of their head, you weak fuck. Both men and women and they, thems and the whole fucking kit and caboodle deserve to go out freely and know that they're not going to be assaulted by some fucking prick who can't handle his anger or his liquor. The country is now opened back up, allegedly, and we're going to go back out. We're going to go to nightclubs. If someone bumps into you, right? This is what I do, right? So imagine this. I'm 6'8", right? Big dude. If I bump into someone or someone bumps into me, I always say, hey, I'm so sorry, mate. Doesn't matter who's at fault, I always apologise because I don't want to cause a situation where I'm trying to be some big tough prick. It's not what you're out doing. If you go out looking for violence, you're a fucking idiot. Some people just shouldn't drink. If you can't control your liquor, don't fucking drink, all right? Wake up to yourself. And I know this because out where I live in Newcastle, this was in 2018, the Sydney Junction Hotel was voted the most violent venue in New South Wales. Every year, more than 70,000 Australians are the victims of alcohol-related assaults. 70,000 people, of which 24,000 are victims of domestic violence. So people get pissed, go home and fight with their partners. Alcohol is a drug. Drugs aren't for everybody. If you can't handle it, don't take it. Make sure you go and check out the Cancel Me Now podcast channel. We are weeks away from recording our first proper episode. It's exciting. Once the studio is built, we will be live every single week. So, yeah, be a good motherfucker, peace in the Middle East, me dick stings, to love, blah, 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 blah.